Michelle. Take it away, sisters.
Hello, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to another amazing week of our special guests. My name is Tracey, and I'm just one part of Sisters of Leisure, where we are living every day and seeking and understanding real events.
And I am Michelle, the little sister.
And I just want to say, I met this gentleman along with his partner of the Paradise Smoothie Juice Bar at a Juneteenth celebration. And when I say it caught my eye, because when I was walking by and I saw these vibrant colors of juices, which totally caught my eye. I mean, I had to go back. So I'm just excited to have Mr. Bill Johnson and Mr. Ron Bowden on Sisters of Leisure today, so they can share with you, the world, their amazing business journey. Thank you so much, Mr. Johnson, for coming on our show today.
Thank you, ladies, so much for allowing us to be a part of the opportunity and joining you here on Sisters of Leisure this evening.
Thank you. I just want to ask you, how did you get started with your business of juicing?
Well, that's interesting. The origin story was, I moved into this neighborhood that I live in currently back in around 2017 was when we arrived here. And at that time, I was also taking care of my father and had recently remarried. And we had my wife and I were, talking about our blended family. And during that time of caring for my father, we really had to get into we made a choice to get into a more healthy choice lifestyle. Actually, prior to that, that's how we independently had been living, but definitely having to care for some of his various ailments and things of that nature benefited us to, just as a family overall, just start, really leaning in more heavily towards a healthy choice lifestyle. And so my wife, she's completely vegetarian, hasn't had any meat or anything like that for a while. I came along kicking and screaming a little bit, I must admit. And so we were working out one day at this gym up the street next to our Mableton location, and there was a smoothie bar there that we used to go to, and enjoyed the smoothies. And one day when we were going in, the owner was speaking about getting ready to close the store because he no longer had the, I guess, wherewithal to maintain it or keep it going. And so at that time, I was like, wow, that's pretty interesting. I don't see why you would want to let it go. Now, giving you a little bit of a quick backstory, I have a pretty decent background in food service, ownership, as well as management. And so every time I go into places, I'm constantly evaluating and looking at those spaces and, kind of evaluating how they're operating, running, what it would take to do different things. I had pulled away from ownership in that space for a while. And so I didn't think I would get back into it. But when I saw this operation and I heard him speaking about not doing it, I was like, man, this is a pretty simple, not overly complex operation. I don't understand why you would want to get rid of it. So, he explained to me a story and everything. So I asked him, okay, well, what would you charge if, what would it cost? And he gave me a price, and I said, you sure that's the price? Because I was like, okay, I think this is something interesting. Well, since I had moved into this neighborhood, my next door neighbor, Ron, me and him used to talk. We got to know each other very well. Our families kind of aligned in that healthy choice lifestyle, working out, running. Ron is really avid in riding his bike throughout the community and, along Veterans Memorial Highway, the Silver Comet Trail, all these different spaces. And so, and he's he's a retired military veteran. And so, he's really he's been in health and wellness pretty much all of his life, and then his wife as well. And so, we all just kind of hit it off, I think. It's being good neighbors. And Ron and I used to talk about business ventures all the time. He's a serial entrepreneur, just like I've been, for the dominant portion of my life as well. And so I told him about this opportunity, and I said, it would be interesting. It's something small to get into. I was thinking of doing it myself, but I reached out to a few people that I thought might be interested. I said, hey, it's like you ladies are doing. Sometimes it's good. It's better to have two heads instead of one, right? Get different perspectives, helps you grow independently. And then when you can grow independently, you also grow collectively, which expedites and exponentially improves a lot of things if you can do it right. And so, long short, he ultimately agreed. Looks like he's joining now. Hey, Ron, I'm giving him a little origin story. It looks like he agreed, and he agreed, and we went back to the gentleman. And when we spoke to him about our vision for taking over the business and what we would like to do as far as scaling it out, making it a bigger than just a single shop kind of experience. He kind of said, never looked at it like that. He wanted to kind of stick around with it. So it was like, okay, didn't really get into this to have three partners, but he had a good thing going, I think. And I saw some very good spaces in it. Ron came on board. He identified some good things. So we said, okay, let's give it a try. Unfortunately, here's the twist to that story. The gentleman that we were going in getting involved with, he actually about Ron, I guess I always go to you on this, but I think it was maybe about no more than a month after we had all agreed to get into the business together. The gentleman passed away unexpectedly. Yeah. And so the business used to be called Juice Box Paradise. And so when that situation happened, just due to business, the nature of business, legal situations, things of that nature, we were able to, we had to make a decision. And so that's the origin story, so to speak, of the newly created Paradise Smoothie Juice Bar.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I said, it's interesting, right?
It is extremely interesting. I love it. I mean, just the connection alone and you all's knowledge of health and wellness. I think that is so amazing that you both have that same thing. Y'all were aligned, like you said, with one another to even start this business.
Yeah, it's I always say, look at God. There's so many different details that I left out of this story, even though it was long, and I'm known to be long-winded, so I apologize, ladies. But there's so many different details in the story that and gaps that Ron and I can fill in that can really make it an epic adventure. Talking about how we got together and what we've done thus far. But the great thing is, like you said, the alignment of things, the ability and the maturity of understanding, there are certain aspects that, may not always fit in the structure that we would desire it to, but we're learning to adjust and adapt. And Ron's mantra as the military disciplinarian in the group, he pretty much has always said, adapt and overcome. So, that's kind of one of the things that we lean into pretty hard as we've, met several different challenges and along the way. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So Ron, what's your side of the story? Now we heard Bill's side.
Matter of fact, how are you doing?
Thank you for joining us.
I'm doing great, ladies.
Awesome.
Thank you. I sorry to be late. I was actually outside doing what my daily duties are, cutting my grass. So I was 5 minutes late from cutting my grass. So I apologize for being a little late.
Oh, that's fine. That is okay with us. So I want to know, how do y'all come with these vibrant colors? I was saying when I was at the Juneteenth celebration, I saw all of these beautiful drinks that you had made, and they were very colorful.
Right.
And I just really, really liked that. And I got the mango drink.
That's what fruit and vegetables are. They're colorful.
You're breaking up a little. You're breaking up a little bit, Ron.
Well, that's what fruit and vegetables are. They're colorful, and the combinations that we use are, will make the drinks just that much appealing and attractive to all of our, whoever our audience is. So what my side of the story is Bill probably covered it pretty good. But my background is, I spent 20 years in the Marine Corps, and I retired 20 years ago. So I've been retired 20 years since April the 1st of this year. And, eating and exercising and doing the right things to take care of myself, pretty much comes way back from how I was raised by my grandparents. At some point, I didn't even know what my grandmother looked like, because she was always at the sink washing off vegetables and cleaning vegetables. And so vegetables was what I grew up with, a garden in the backyard. And so vegetables has been part of my life, and fruit has been part of my life my whole life. So I've been eating that way for a while. And the exercise piece came in when I joined the Marine Corps. So they kind of helped me to stay a little active. And then the combination of eating right and exercising, it's just been part of my life for the last 20 years. So when the opportunity, came, it was like the stars were aligning, preparation meets opportunity. And so I was prepared for, physically, mentally, and financially to jump into a business that I thought that aligned with what I do on a daily basis, as well as my family. And so I know that my business partner was taking care of his dad, and he's pretty remarkable, because when I met him, his dad was almost on 20-some medications. Is that right, Bill? You're on mute.
Yeah, it wasn't quite 20, but he had a significant number. Seemed like, a lot of people. Yeah.
Right.
But,
so I know that it was aligning, because he ended up, getting his dad down to 1 or 2 medications. So we were aligning in all facets of the game. And so we just had to learn each other. And once we learned each other and what our styles were and how we were going to operate this thing, it starts coming together like a glove. And so, we're, more than happy to, move this thing from state to state.
Yeah. Well, I'm on your page, and I noticed those drinks are very vibrant. They're very beautiful. And so, if you're at a festival, a fair, you see these bright, cold drinks, and it's 100 degrees outside, 90 degrees outside. I mean, what a wonderful way to market. It's doing it on its own, and you're not even really have to put much effort into, but just make these beautiful smoothies, and all those, the orange and the green and the reds. I mean, it's just absolutely beautiful. So I have a question about your shots. Are these shots, what are your most, most requested smoothie shots that you guys have?
Well, we call them wellness shots.
Okay, wellness shots.
So our biggest wellness shot is our Vividration and our Mucus Busters. Those two are probably the most popular because, mucus busters, everybody's full of mucus for one reason or the other.
Yeah.
And so the combination of what we put in there, sea moss and cayenne pepper, helps to bust up mucus in your sinuses as well as in your chest. So that's a very popular shot all year round, because sinus season is in April, May, and June, and then there's cold season, which is in August, September, October, November, December. So everybody's full of mucus all year round. So that's probably one of our most popular shots. And then a Vivigration is one of a kind. It has beets, garlic, ginger, turmeric, black seed oil, cinnamon. It has a little dandelion roots. So it's probably the most powerful one that we have on our arsenal, and nobody can duplicate it.
So do you suggest that someone take these shots daily, or is it weekly, or how, is it like literally a shot?
Daily. Yeah. It's a 2-ounce shot, and I have a story about you for these shots. I have one of our customers. He works for Georgia Power, and he used to come to our Mableton shop every single day to get all 5 of our shots. And he would come religiously, probably every day for 6-7 months. And then all of a sudden they moved him from Mableton to Powder Springs. And I hadn't seen him in a while. And the next time I saw him, he popped up in the Powder Springs store and says, "Oh my God, y'all are here." And I'm like, "Yeah, what do you mean?" He says, "Well, since I stopped taking my shots because I was no longer over in Mableton, my blood pressure went up, my diabetes went up, I have gout in my toes," and he was just a total mess. And then all of a sudden he found us again in Powder Springs, and now he's taking all of his shots again every day. And all the symptoms that he had are now all gone again. So the shots are second to none. They are very powerful.
Wow. I'm going to have to definitely travel back down that way and get me some of that for sure.
Yeah.
Where are you?
I'm in Conyers, Georgia.
Yeah, she's in Conyers.
Oh, Conyers. Oh, okay.
Yeah, and
we'll be the Conyers.
Yeah, and to you all's point about the colors, I did want to tap in on that real quick. The beautiful thing about what we have to offer, is first off, our mission is enhancing the health of the communities we serve, one sip at a time. That's the mission and motto by which we operate Paradise. And we were very emboldened in choosing and retaining that name, Paradise, right? And then, as you can see, our logo cup is, it's basically leaves coming together with the stem to look as a straw as you drink the nectar of the plants and things of that nature. And so when you see the colorful bouquet of the drinks that we make and we blend, it's just a natural, as Ron mentioned, it's more of a natural color palette that's God created. These are natural flavors, natural colors, and all we're doing is just put them, packaging them in such a way that you can't be resisted. You can't resist seeing them and be tempted to, want to taste and explore the rainbow. Yeah. So we're really blessed in that space. We feel very positive about what we have to offer. I think, also some of these things are some very key differentiators between us and, other businesses out there, that are, in the same space. We just have figured out a way to be, very consistent, because consistency breeds success. And so, be very consistent and be flexible in adapting to different environments. And like you spoke about, whether it's inside of one of our store locations or, out at a festival or an event outdoors, we still, are able to maintain a very good flavor and very good representation of what our products are. So,
yeah. Yes. I love your business sense and how you all really take the time to, make sure I guess you could say ducks are in a row, or I guess you can say, have the like Mr. Ron, he's been eating vegetables and fruits all his life. You know, I'm trying to get there. Okay, I am working very hard. It's not that easy.
Right.
But I
It's
am
like you said, one sip at a time. One sip at a
Yeah,
time.
one
Tracy.
sip at a time. We don't try to
Uh,
hit people over the yeah, we try not to hit
yeah.
people over the head with that.
okay.
The great thing about Paradise, and Ron and I have been very intentional about this, is we try our best to meet people where they are. So for example, you come into our store and if you're just looking for something delicious to complement those ribs that you just got a plate of ribs and some mashed potatoes, some greens and some sweet potatoes or something like that. And you're gonna throw on a slab of barbecue sauce on top of those ribs and everything. You're gonna chug it down with a nice cold beer or whatever. Our beverage is just it can be considered a dessert for some, because we have some delicious smoothies. But also at the same time, we are very intentional of making sure that every sip you take is still going to be healthy. So it's not only delicious, but you get a nutritional background from it. And those nutritional pieces are based off of three primary tenets that we believe in. We make sure that true nutrition is based off of fiber, based off of water or hydration. And then it's based off of getting a replenishment of vitamins and minerals, primarily minerals, good fats, good proteins, things of that, good, oils, that kind of thing. And so the drinks and the elixirs that we make and provide are all built around those three tenets. So anything you take with us is going to aid in your ability to not only detoxify or remove from your body or assist in expelling some of the negative aspects of what's going on in your body, but they're also going to replace and replenish and revitalize the new cell growth that everybody goes through, and feeding those cells with the nutrients that they're looking for as well. So, it's a secret sauce to some degree, but we just revealed it here on Sisters of Leisure. So, there you go.
Awesome. Mr. Ron, you were going to say something?
I was just going to tell you, Miss Tracy, just jump on board with us and we'll get you to where you need to be with those fruit and vegetables.
You
Don't
know
worry.
what? I'm definitely going to do that. Yeah. I'm definitely going to do that.
We got you.
Okay.
So when it comes to people of color, the world is changing, things are happening, and I have noticed personally that health and wellness is taking more of a front seat to a lot of it's more of a conversation for people. Before, like how you described, Mr. Bill, those ribs and barbecue sauce. Yeah. That really was the front seat of a lot of conversation I know that I've had, but now I'm noticing a big shift in health and wellness. Are you guys noticing that too in your journeys with your Paradise smoothies? Is it more busy? Are you finding more people wanting to connect with you guys about their health and wellness? Or is it just...
Yeah, go ahead, Ron.
It's definitely trending, and intentionally we moved over in Greenbrier Mall for our second location. So are you guys familiar with Greenbrier Mall?
I am, yes.
Okay, so intentionally we moved over there because one, we wanted to serve our community, health and wellness one sip at a time. But we wanted to see where our community was, when we moved over there in relation to smoothies and vegetable drinks. And when we first got there, we were like Martians. They would really look at us like, who puts greens in a smoothie? And who does that? And who does that? And this sounds and smells too healthy. I didn't know how to answer that question, but when they said who does that, I'm like, well, we do, Paradise. And slowly but surely, we have became very popular inside our community. So when we became popular inside our community in Greenbrier Mall, we immediately knew that this is where the world was trending. Because if it's made it to our community, then the world is trending that way.
Yes.
And
Mhm.
no matter where we go now, it's this is normal. It's normal now. This is how people are eating, and this is where people are moving towards, because most people say when they come into the shop that they don't eat their vegetables or their fruit, and this is a good way for me to get my vegetables and my fruit on top of all those carbs and starches and sugars. This is a good way, and they say that when they come to the shop. So it's trending this way for certain.
Yes.
Because the flavor
And the
is
flavor
yeah.
flavor is fabulous.
Yes.
So we're disguised vegan shop to just a real good smoothie shop. So we're disguised. We don't tell people that we're vegan, but if you put two and two together, we have no meat.
Yeah.
So we just tell people we got real good smoothies, and we don't have meat in our shop, and you can put two and two together yourself.
See,
and they're just good smoothies, so people love them.
Yeah, and I think that's like you said, a lot of people don't eat their greens. They don't eat their vegetables at all. And what a great way to incorporate all of that in a great smoothie from Paradise Smoothie Juice Bar.
I mean, yeah. And Tom, really quick, go ahead.
That's why one of our most popular drinks is our green forest that has kale, spinach, pineapples, lemons, a little small slice of banana with spirulina, which is a green seaweed. That's also a protein as well. So that's probably why that drink is our most popular drink at all of our stores.
Yeah, that was the question I was going to ask. But I noticed you guys have online services. How does that work for your smoothies?
Basically, it depends on your how close in proximity you are to the stores. You're going to place an online order for pickup where you would physically come into the store to pick it up. We do have relationships and collaborations with other vendors like Uber Eats, DoorDash, and people like that. And so people are able to either place it through our website, which we prefer. You can place the order directly. You can go through Clover currently, or you can go through one of the delivery services as well, depending on your area, if you want to have it delivered straight to your home. And speaking of the vegan space, we recently just collaborated with Exotic Vegan Box, which is a vending machine service, to kind of have some complimentary consumables in there in a vending machine component. And we currently just have that at our Mableton location, but we're hoping that will be something that can really take off. So now people can really have a one-stop shop for getting, their appetite met and, their needs met, regardless of what they're looking for. And, as we continue to expand, and we are looking to start franchising. I just want to slide that in as well. We will be offering franchises here in the next couple of months. So for those that are aspiring to get into business, something that's simple, something that's manageable, something that you can do to add to your portfolio or create or initiate your business portfolio, we would love to be a part of that journey with you and collaborate with you as well.
Awesome. I've been going to LA Fitness, and they say that they do have vendors there, from time to time, once a month. There's no fee for that. And then, maybe you all can collaborate with the gyms, as well to do vending. Like I know Crunch does it. Crunch Gym does. But could you all please tell us how people could get in touch with you in your locations? What again?
Go ahead.
Yeah. All of our social media is at paradisesmoothiejuicebar.com. So the @ symbol and the full name of the business. Our website is paradisesmoothiejuicebar.com. Primary email would be info@paradisesmoothiejuicebar.com. So everything is pretty much the full name of the business. Try not to shortcut it. We do have our own loyalty rewards program that we offer in-house to our services. So if you go to your phone app Play Store or what have you. You can download our phone app. It's called Paradise Smoothie Juice Bar, and that's a part of that allow you to be a part of our loyalty community and rewards program. We don't do a lot of discounting, but if you're a part of the loyalty program, that's how you can build up access to free smoothies, discounts, paraphernalia, that kind of thing, merchandise. Mm-hmm.
Well, I just want to say, Mr. Bill Johnson and Mr. Ron Bolden, or Bolden or Bolden? Bolden.
Yes.
I appreciate you both for being on Sisters of Leisure. You all were amazing. And we are definitely looking forward to hearing great things about Paradise Smoothie Juice Bar in the future. This has really been a blessing to have you all on here. And we really, really, really do appreciate you all.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Yes, Michele and Tracey, thank you all for the opportunity.
Thank you.
We appreciate you. Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Bye.